Smoking Cut Audio.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Tonight, we are here with the Asphalt Outlaw Racing League. And they're going to be putting in their first laps here at Daytona. We're going to have about 90 laps. And 1 second, the information should come up on the screen any moment now. We're going to have about 90 laps, about a stage at lap 30, about 70% of fuel, 4 sets of tires, and the winner gets 25 smackaroos. And right now they are on the track, putting in, trying to get that blazing fast qualifying lap so they can start on the pole. But we'll have to see who is going to be able to get the pole, because we have about 25 drivers already loaded in, and everybody wants that top spot. So after they get done with qualifying, they will have about 5 minutes of a driver's meeting. I noticed that I do have a few issues going on that I'm going to have to fix real quick, and that's going to go on with SDK. So not too much longer, and we will get ready to go green flag racing. So just give me one moment, and I'm going to fix those issues. They're going to finish up their qualifying, and we will get ready to go green flag racing here at Daytona.
Smoking Cut Audio. All right, I do believe we have it fixed, and we got about almost 5 minutes left. And you know, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these drivers are going to be in a drivers' meeting. They want to make sure they have the best and cleanest racing going on. And I see something. Ugh. Why is that doing that? That is crazy. But tonight's race is sponsored by the admin box, and we do have a side-by-side of them. And so let's see if we can. I see a ticker still on my screen, so let me see if I can get that off of there. All right, I do believe it did go away. We got a couple of viewers out there on the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Now, we do have a few driver's cams, and I think my ugly face will show on one of them. I will be the mystery driver, but we do have Tyler Beverly. He is going to be right there on that top widescreen, and we do have his webcam feed, and Jesse Wise is going to be on the bottom right. So fix his name so y'all can see it. There we go. He is going to be on the bottom right, and nobody else decided to share their screen, so I will be filling in with a mystery driver, and I will bounce around the I will just bounce around the field and ride in somebody's cockpit view. And hopefully everybody else will, you know, come on board and share their views, and we'll have a lot more driver views. And actually, we do have another webcam, and I don't know who that is, actually, to be honest with you. Let's throw them up there anyway. So while we got a second, I'm going to add another driver to the webcam source. So you might see a screen pop up. Yep, you're going to see a screen pop up, and we're going to add that driver in. And I'm going to have him cover my face up. And if I can figure out who that driver is, I will put them on my driver cam. And there he is. Good deal, good deal. Well, we're just going to hide me. There we go. So now let me see who else. Let me see if I can see who else share their driver cam. So give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, we did find the driver that popped in, and that is going to be David Miller. He is going to be our camera for tonight until I get other browser sources created. And let's go ahead and add his name so we all know who it is. Man, it looks like everybody's gridding up. All right. Well, it looks like everybody is out there on the track. We're going to go ahead and throw the track map up so you can see where everybody's going to be. And once again, I appreciate everybody that stopped by. David Trailer is going to be one of our in-car cameras. And they are going to be coming down the backstretch. Actually, this is going to be a warm-up, so this is not the official race. So some drivers are in and some drivers are out. So they might have about 50 laps of this. Or actually, they already been through their warm-up. I'm sorry. All right, we'll go through our top 10. I am very new to this league and new to how they do things, but it looks like Bill Hales was able to take the pole. Looks like Cashman is going to be in second. Haas Beverly is going to be in a third. Keith Prince is going to be in fourth. Michael Miller in fifth. Rick LePage is going to be in sixth. Eric is going to be in seventh. Clinton Woodby is going to be in eighth. Ninth is going to be Dylan Poss. Let's go back to a different view. We are getting ready to go green flag racing, and our green flag is presented by the winning bid diecast auctions, proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws racing. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how long it will take to have that three-wide action. And I do not have any audio on that, so let me change this real quick and on the track. But we are done with that green flag for now, unless we see a caution come out. And it looks like everybody's going to abandon the high side, and we have the 53 out front. That's going to be Billy Hales. He is going to be right there in front of Haas Beverly. Haas Beverly running in that 22. And you can't miss his car because it says Haas. Big Haas Motorsports. You got Red Bull coming on the outside. That's going to be the Toyota. Eric in that Toyota. Going to be having a nice little run. He's going to have the 77 of Michael Miller right there behind him. On his inside, he's going to have the 29 of Dylan Pass.
is already up for position from where he started, and they are pretty much going to be side-by-side racing as far as the eye can see. We'll zoom out so you can see this race in action. There you see the bottom line is got a little bit of an advantage, and it looks like the 3 and 87, they might be dropping back maybe to do a little bit of fuel strategy here, and they're just going to let everybody right on by. They're going to dive it in. Got to 69, had to check up just a little bit. Maybe that's a teammate, but that is going to be Jesse Wise, and we had his triple cams right there, and you got the 13. That is going to be another sponsor of this league. The 13, that's going to be Mike Beverly, and you see he has that Sonic on the hood of that car. We'll see if we can get a better look at it. There it is. Sonic's graphic design. Well, if they painted that car up, that is a nice looking car. I love the gray and blue, the color combinations. But we'll go out front and see how this 11 made out. And he was able to get those 2 Toyotas out front. Michael Miller pushed that number 11 all the way to the front, and now those Toyota Supras are out front, leading this race. And if we get a moment, we might be able to do a little bit of a crank it up. But as of right now, sound down because I know it's probably pretty loud and probably drowning out my voice. Was not able to do a test stream before I got on, so I wasn't able to set all the audios. Well, you got 2 Camaros stuck out on the high side. They're trying to do something with the positions. We'll go to a different camera. There you see the 22. He's going to be on the outside with the 92, and that's going to be Clinton Woodby. Clinton Woodby is going to try to suck up to the back bumper of that 22, a Big Hoss Motorsports. And are they going to be able to do anything with it? Is only a 2-car pack on that top side, and here they come down the backstretch into turn number 3. They are making up ground, but how far can they get? Right now, they're sitting about 4th and 6th. They got a few cars to get past before they can really make it to the top spot. It looks like the 77 is going to pull up to the 22, pull up there with the 22 and the 92, and that's going to slow that high line down. But the 77 is going to have a run on the outside, and he is going to take the lead for the moment. But the 11 is going to be able to fight right back. So Eric has the push from the 53 of Bill Hales, and he is going to be able to take that car right back to the front. Tyler Beverly is going to be in that number 45, and he is up 12 positions from where he started. And Lance Thomas, he is going to be up 11 positions, now 12, from where he started. There you see he's going to be in that number 21 machine. And Tyler Beverly, he is going to be in at number 45, and we'll see if we can get a good look at his car. And there he is. He's got red, white, and blue all over his car. Love it. I am very patriotic. And it looks like they got a bit of a 5-car pack up on the high line. So this high line may be starting to form up, as Daytona is known for is 2 wide and 3 wide racing. Let's see how they play it out with here at lap 6 with 84 laps left to go. We will see that stage break at about at lap 30. So everybody is going to be fighting for those stage points, and at the end, everybody is going to be fighting for those 25 smackaroos if they can win the race. Well, it looks like the Highline was able to prevail. The 77 did have a nice little run on the Highline, was able to take over the lead, but he's got the 22, a Big Hoss. That's a Hoss Beverly right there on his inside, and he is going to be able to take the lead for the first time tonight, and he is going to jump down right there in front of that number 11. And he is going to show how much Chevy power can lead this race. But we have all the manufacturers up in the top 5. Tyler Beverly being the first Ford in the top 5. Next Ford in the lineup is going to be Banfield. That's going to be Jody Banfield, and he is going to be right in that number 98. He is going to be right there at the tail end of that big pack right there. And he has got Dougie Higgins in that number 41. He's still got the draft, but that's going to be that second pack. So they're a little bit spread out, and this could be that fuel strategy playing out. They only have 70% fuel, so they want to make sure they are able to make it to the end. Looks like somebody's going to be very slow on the apron, and that's going to be Rhino, Will Rhino. It looks like he is going to bring his car to pits. You got the 88 of Jonathan Herbert. He is going to be very slow on the backstretch, along with excuse me, that is the 88. He is going to be very slow on the on the backstretch, along with Danny Banfield. He is in that number 4. He is just going to be coming out of turn number 4, and he's got a lot of ground to make up, or he will be lapped. So, but the good thing is, with that stage break coming, if he is the first car 1 lap down, he can get that lap back the easy way. Got quite a few, viewers out there on the stream. Appreciate you spending your Friday evening with me. You know, this is our first time with Asphalt Outlaws, but we're going to try to make it the most exciting experience that you can throughout their season. I will get to know these names and these drivers, you know, throughout the season. So the more I spend time with them, the better it will get. Well, the 29 of Dylan Pass, he is falling back. If he fell back just a little bit, then made up some more ground, he's going to be on that bottom lane. As that top lane goes right past it, he does drop in spots, and we'll put the battle box up so you can really see how these drivers are stacking up and where your favorite driver is. Let's see if we can get the gains up there. There we go. Tyler Beverly up 15 spots. You got Lance Thomas up 14 spots. So quite a few big movers in this race. And then you got Nicholas Lawrence. He is going to be right there in that number 8. And he is up 13 spots. So they may not have put a qualifying lap in and started at the back and worked their way up, but that's a pretty darn good job considering that this is a very draft-dependent track and they made their moves very, very strategically. As we are here at lap number 10. Mike Beverly in that number 13. He is going to be up 3 spots from where he started. Or excuse me, in the number 13 in the 10th spot. But the 77 of Michael Miller, he wants that $25. He wants to buy maybe his wife lunch or buy himself some lunch, but he has got the lead as of right now. But Nick Cashman, he's going to have something to say about it. 92 is going to be able to take the lead. He's got the 45 right there behind him. That's going to be Tyler Beverly up 19 positions, and he's also got the 21 in pursuit of a top 5, and that is going to be Lance Thomas. He is going to be up 18 positions from where he started this race. What some big movers are, you know, so far in this, and it's been all clean and green here at lap 11. Coming once they cross the start-finish line, that will be 12 laps. And Nick Cashman and Tyler Beverly, they have a 2-car breakaway with Haas Beverly on that bottom line, and he is trying to catch up to that draft. Now the 21 of Lance Thomas, he is going to dive it down and take the low lane and possibly put the 77 back a few positions because there's nobody up near him to help him. But it looks like the 77 is going to get a little bit of help, and he is going to have the 45 of Tyler Beverly probably being scored this lap to lead it, as he's going to drop down to the bottom in front of the 92. What's some? Okay, so the 92. Let's see what car he is running, because I think somebody does not have the proper car loaded. But you know what? We'll go to the tower so you can see what I'm seeing. And this is what we're seeing. And that 4th car looks like it's going to be Cashman. And I believe Cashman is supposed to be registered as the 7, but he's showing the 92. So let's put up his driver info, see if he's got see if he's got a picture of that. Yep. And so he is showing the 92 is actually scored the 7 on the ticker. So if you get confused of me calling the 7 or the 92, that is going to be Nick Cashman. We will try to get that straightened out later on. But so far, a really good race up here in the front, and there is Michael Miller. He is out front. He's got his Toyota Supra out front leading the race. Now he's going to have the 13 and the 98. They are going to dive down, and what a synchronized move. That Chevrolet and that Ford just dived it down to the bottom lane, and look at the run. That's going to be Mike Beverly to the front and Jody Banfield right there behind him. So what a great move that was, you know, coming into the turn and, you know, putting the 77 up there all by himself. He has a little bit of help coming up, and that is going to be that, who is that? Let's go to a different, there we go. Let's go back to the 77 of Michael Miller, and he now no longer has any help. That looked like it was going to be the 41, and that's going to be Dougie Higgins. He looked like he was going to be riding that top line, but he decided he was going to go down to the bottom and join everybody else in line on that bottom lane. Like I said, what a great race it's been so far, and we are here at lap number 14 of 90. And we will see that we're about halfway to the stage break. Jody Banfield was able to retake the lead. There you see the 9 of Tyler Puckett. He is going to be going one lap down. And while we are, pretty much green flag racing, I'm going to step side by side because we do have those driver views. And I'm going to find David Trailer, and we are going to ride on his cam, and we're going to see how those drivers are handling these cars in traffic. So stand by. I'll get those driver views right up for you. Now they do take a second to load in, but and there they go. One's loaded in. They take a second to load in. They might it may slow down their internet connection a little bit, so it might be a little bit look a little funny. At least the tri-screens. I think it has a problem maybe picking up the tri-screens, but it doesn't look too bad. Sorry if it's not the greatest, and we have one that's not loading in. Let me go see. Yeah, so he might be having a little bit of connection issue because that's why you see the black screen. So very sorry about that. Didn't mean for that to happen, but you can at least see how the drivers are handling everything, and they look nice and smooth, calm. And I can't wait to see what an accident brings, because we can actually see what their live reaction is when it happens. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact between the 13 and Tyler Beverly right there. Well, if you are new to our channel, definitely thank you for stopping by. Definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe, and be able to know when we are going to go live, because we do a lot of great broadcasting, all over the place, and we got some special events coming up that everybody is invited to, and that is going to be the We Got Your 6 300. That's going to be 150 laps at Michigan in the Next Gen Cup cars. That is going to be a charity race for Hope for the Warriors, and we've been in close contact with Hope for the Warriors. They do know about the event. The link that we provide, if you like to donate to Hope for the Warriors, they all the donations go straight to them. All right, we will go back full screen racing. And there you can see everybody. Excuse me. There you can see everybody has pretty much fell in line. Nick Cashman, he is still going to be out front in that number 92. He is going to be still out front leading this thing. So far, I believe he might have the most laps led at this point. I don't know if I have any way of really telling that. Nope, I don't have a way of putting that information on screen. But you got to say, the 77 of Michael Miller, he is still hanging out and, trying to make something happen on that top lane. He's got the... He does have, what is that, the 93, I do believe it is, I believe it, or the 53 of Bill Hales. He was right there on that top lane. He is still going to be right there on that top lane. He is going to try to use the side draft and make some time up. Now the 77 has a little bit of company, and that's going to be the 29 of Dylan Pass. Or Pass. I think it's Pass. P-A-A-S. Forgive me if, like I've said, if I mispronounce your name. Like I said, as I get to know them, I will be able to get the correct pronunciation. Jody Benfield doing a really good job on that bottom lane. He is now got a little bit of the draft as the 29 and the 77 come down to the low lane. He is going to be able to grab that draft, and he is going to take over the third position. Got Nick Cashman. He is going to be dropping back to fourth. Got Clinton Woodby. He is going to be sitting right there in fifth, up 3 positions from where he started. We'll go through the field and show you where all your favorite drivers are going to be sitting. And it looks like we're going to have green flag pit stops, and it looks like the 77 and the... Looks like the 77 and the 98 are going to bring their cars down. So that might be two teammates. That might be what they need. Two cars can go just as fast as the rest of the pack. We've seen that on the high line, but the 29 is going to stay out. Nick Cashman is going to stay out. We'll go through the field when all is said and done. So here at lap number 21, it looks like that 29 is going to be here leading the race. You got the 92 of Clinton Woodby. Oh, we got two 92s. Well, that's awkward. Clinton Woodby is going to be the real 92, and his sponsor is our green flag sponsor, and I'll give you a shot of it. That is going to be Diecast Auctions, the winning bid. Well, still a lot of racing left to go, as we only have about 8 laps until we see that caution flag come out. And it's been a lot of green flag laps, and 4 cars up on the top. And you know what? I think it is monster time. And we've been doing a little bit of green flag racing, so you know what? Let's go ahead and crank it up just a little bit. All right, I hope you enjoyed that Crank It Up moment, as more green flag pit stops have started to commence, and we'll throw the track map up so you can see where your favorite driver is. And there you see the 77. He is going to be he is almost on the verge of going a lap down, because that main pack is catching him. You know, he does have a little bit of help, and we'll go ride with Mr. Miller, see who he's got helping him. And let's see, that is going to be the 98 is going to be right there behind him, giving him a little bit of a bump draft. But we'll put the dashboard up, and they are doing about 184 miles an hour coming down the backstretch into turn number 3. And let's see what the 45 is doing. They are doing about the same, but they are a little bit quicker on the backstretch as most of these cars get lined up nose to tail for about 4 or 5 cars deep, and they can reach you know, very, very high speeds. And there you see 186. Probably going to see a little bit more before they get to turn number 1. 186, 187, and 188 miles an hour. You know, so really and truly, they have went more than back in time. Cody out there saying, haha, we'll get the 92s fixed. All right, my friend. Well, it's not a problem. I mean, I can tell by the ticker. I'll just say the real 92. But so far, it's been a really great race, and we are at lap number 27 of 90, and that 77 and 98 are fighting with everything they got to stay on the lead lap, and I believe they might be able to do it if they can stay lined up nose to tail. Right now, the biggest mover is going to be Tyler Beverly. Tyler Beverly is up 21 positions. He started in the back, and now he is leading this race. We have 2 laps to go until we see the stage break. We have Lance Thompson. He is going to be right there in that number 21 machine, and he is up 14 positions from where he started. A lot of side-by-side action, so that is going to go up and down with them changing out positions. A lot of nose-to-tail racing, as you know, the racing will heat up as when we hit that second stage. Everybody is going to want to be, you know, in the lead. Once again, there is $25 going to the winner of tonight's race. Here coming to lap number 29, we are going to have 1 lap until we see the white flag, and I do believe we have 2 88s also. Let me make sure that. Okay, that's 18. Never mind. We don't. Well, we are riding with Mike Wood in that 43 Toyota Supra. Nice looking Sports Clips ride. Got the 54 of David Tyler. He is going to be trailer. Sorry.
Caution, yellow flag.
There is a caution, and it looks like we are going to be on caution for a wreck, and everybody is going to be on, and that's going to be with the number 9, and that's going to be Schilling. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened with him, and let's pause it right there. Let's go to the 9. That's going to be Tyler Puckett. My apologies. There is the number 9, and let's see if we can get a better view of what's going on in front of him. And see where it all started. Oh, okay. So it started with the 53, 40, and possibly 45. So the 45 was involved in that, and that's going to be 45 is going to be Tyler Beverly. So we're going to have to back that up just a little bit. Everything happened so fast that we couldn't catch it all. Good Lord. Holy smokes. And I believe we might have some of that on camera. We're going to stop it right there. We're going to play it from there. They're coming in to turn number 3 from the backstretch. Once again, doing about 188 miles an hour. There you see Beverly. He is going to try to get down to the low lane, and a little too late. The 53 is already there, so they are going to make some contact, and that is going to be the left rear of that 45, and that's going to spin him right on around. 53 is going to collect to 41. 53 is also going to collect to 29. 22 is going to be involved. The 9 is going to be heavily involved. He was going to be missing a hood, and I think he was also missing a back bumper or a front bumper. There it goes. The hood is back, and the back bumper is gone. 41 is going to be missing a bumper, and the 53 is all banged up. He is now in a compact. He has no trunk. He has no front bumper, and hopefully these guys still have that fast repair, or they run a fast repair. I did not get that information. I'm very sorry. Hopefully They will give me that information. But a lot of good cars out here in front was taken out. So that's probably going to be our stage break right there, as everybody's going to come in and get their services done. There you see Keith Prince. He is going to be right there in that number 3. He is going to be the first one off. Jesse Wise, he is going to be up. He is going to be out in that number 69. A lot of Toyotas in the top 5 right now. You got Eric in that number 11. You got Jesse Wise in the 69. You got the 77 of Michael Miller right there in the top 4. So three Toyotas and 2 Chevrolets in the top 5. David Trailer, he is going to be right there in 6th in his Toyota. Evan Schilling, he is going to be restarting in 7th. Billy Hale, he is going to be restarting in 8th. Tyler Beverly, he was just involved heavily with that incident. He is going to be restarting 9th. Rick LePage is going to be restarting 10th. That's going to be one fast repair. Thank you, Cody. Well, a couple of drivers are going to bring their cars down. Jesse Wise, David Trailer, Evan, he's going to bring his car down. Maybe get some of that extra go-go juice. Probably won't see them take a set of 4 fresh feel goods at this time, but they have plenty of them. Well, it looks like Eric is going to be able to restart in first. Here they come in turn number 1 and out of turn number 2, and it looks like they are going to be going green this time by. And let's see, do we have time? Yeah, we'll don't believe we will have time, but we are under caution. But our caution flag is presented by Sonic Graphic Designs, and that is another proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. So glad to have them aboard. And once again, that's Sonic Graphics Design. Definitely go check them out. See if what kind of graphics they can do for you. Either stream graphics, car graphics. It looks like they do a little bit of everything. But we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. So that 11 is ready to get them all up and going. Here they come into the Geico restart zone.
Green flag.
Flagman is out, and here is our green flag. Green flag presented by the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions. Once again, another proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing League. Well, what a good jump that was for the 11, and he has got the 77 right there behind him. So that's going to be a little bit of TRD power right there. And we have it looks like the 92 of Clinton Woodby. He is going to be right there in the 3rd position. He is going to be trying to make something happen. He's got a little bit of draft. He's got the 73 of Rick LePage. He's going to be right there behind him in the 4th position. So a little bit more Toyota power right there behind him. You got the 43. He is going to be on the outside. That's going to be that Sports Clips car of Mike Wood. And he is going to have the door shut on him. If he was trying to get to the bottom lane, he's not going to be able to do it. He's got Lance Thompson right there to his bottom side. And then here comes the 92. Is that the real 92, though? No, that's not the real 92. That is going to be, let's see, that is going to be Nick Cashman right there in the mix of all of everything. And it kind of threw me off because I was like, oh my God, where is it? And he's not on the lead lap, so he is actually going to be a lap down car. He's going to be 1 lap down. He's got to pass Puckett to get the first car 1 lap down. So that confused me a little bit as I had to scroll through SDK just a little bit to find out what car that was. Oh, and it looks like Cashman is having a little bit of handling problems. You see, as you seen when the 34 came by, and that's Jesse Calloway. He had actually a little bit of wiggle, out of that race car, and that could be due to that damage that he does have on the back end of that car. It could be changing the handling of that Chevrolet, but we shall see how it plays out. And we're going to ride on the gearbox cam, and this is going to be riding with Jesse Calloway. Granite Falls, North Carolina. Well, coming out of turn number 2, and it looks like it's going to be all low-line riding for right now, and until you get to, it looks like who is that going to be on the outside? That is going to be the 9. So Tyler Puckett going to try to lead out of that top line. He's got a 34, Jesse Calloway. Some of these lap down cars are actually getting together and trying to make something happen, trying to get their lap back the hard way. But they got a lot of fast lead lap cars to really get around. And it looks like still Eric's going to be out here leading the race with Michael Miller right there in second. And since we are under green flag racing, we'll go and find out where your favorite drivers are. Clinton Woodby, he is going to be riding in third of 5 positions. You got Joe Yakes. He is going to be right there in fourth. He has got his Chevrolet up 7 positions from where he started. Mike Woods, he is going to be up 12 positions in his Toyota, number 43. Dylan Pass, he is going to be in the 6th position. You got a little bit of battle between 7th and 8th, and that's going to be Dougie Higgins Jr. and Jonathan Herbert. So they are battling it back and forth between 7th and 8th. And it looks like Jonathan Herbert, he is going to be up 16 positions. So right now, he is the biggest mover of the race. You got Jody Banfield. He is going to be right there in that number 98. He is going to be in the 9th position, up 3 positions from where he started. He is going to be riding in that low lane right there with a 92 on his outside. Bill Hales, he is going to be in at number 53, Chevrolet, and he has got the top 10 as of right now. He's got a little bit of challenge coming up behind him. That's going to be Keith Prince, and he is down 7 positions from where he started, but this could be one of his strategies to stay back and stay out of trouble and work his way up later on in the race and save a little bit of fuel. Rick LePage in that 73 Toyota, he is going to be right there in the 12th position. He's going to be down 6 positions from where he started, but there's a lot of racing left to go because we still have 52 laps left to go here at Daytona Super Speedway. You got David Traylor. He is going to be right there in that number 54. He is going to be up 1 position, riding around in the 14th position. And Lance Thompson, he is going to be holding on to the top 15, up 8 spots. Jesse Wise in 69. He is going to be also up some positions, up 5 to be matter of fact, and he is riding around in 16th. Dudley Shoals, North Carolina. North Carolina, love that state. I used to live there. I lived in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, so I know where a lot of these guys are at. We'll be up there next month for a little small vacation. Visit all my law enforcement buddies. I went to the Law Enforcement Academy up there in Wilmington. And then a couple years later, got out of law enforcement. And now I'm doing this. Well, looks like Tyler Puckett had a little bit of connection issue, and he still does. He is playing peekaboo with our cameras. He is a little bit camera shy, but don't let that fool you because he is fighting for the lucky dog spot, and he is going to be riding around in 21st. He's got the 77 right there in front of him. That's going to be Michael Miller. And Michael Miller might let him, might do him a favor if he can get pushed up to the front and take the lead. He might give that 9 his lap back the hard way, but with the way he is playing, with the way he is blinking, I don't know how well that is going to play out due to the fact that you got to give the driver that is blinking a lot of room, and that's what these guys are doing. They see that 9 having a little bit of connection issue, and he has a 7 right there behind him, and right now his connection issue is fixed. So that 7 was definitely giving him as much room as he needed until he popped back in. And now they're saying, nope, too much, and they're looking to go around him. And 92 was looking, but nobody went with him. So he's got the 98 right there behind him, and that is going to be Jody Banfield. And they're all watching this, from behind, and they're maybe hoping that something might happen so they can take the lead and maybe a fast repair be used up already and be able to win this race. The least amount of cars, the better chance you have. But as of right now, that is not going to happen because it is too much respectful racing going on in this track. So far, I love being here in the booth. I love this racing. A lot of green flag racing. Seen one big one just at the stage break, which we would have saw a caution anyway. So that's going to be, if this is the way the whole season turns out, man, it's going to be a very, very fun action for everybody. I see a car back here with flames on it, and that's going to be that 87. And that's a nice looking car. That's Joe Yakes. He has, I love the flames. He gives you that old hot rod feeling, and he is definitely sporting that car, and I love the color scheme that he has on it. And you know what? Let's give him his debut. There it is. Looks like that says Indy Autosports. Kind of reminds me of the old Jeff Gordon, but with style. Well, since we did not get a real good look at everything, I was trying to get camera views set up for these drivers. Let's go back and let's go through and take a look at some of these cars, because some of these cars are very nice. These drivers have thought long and hard of what number they wanted to run and what paint scheme they wanted to run. And there is the 92. He's actually got a number covered up, but that's okay. There is Joey Yakes, Mike Wood, Jody Banfield. Got Danny Banfield right there in that number 4. He is Hangar 24. Hangar 24 Charities. Okay, nice. Anything charities, I love charities. Especially if they're very good ones. And once again, we have a charity event coming up, so make sure you tune in or come race with us. It is for the Hope for the Warriors. They do a lot of great things for vets that have challenges with day-to-day activities. But that's Dougie Higgins, and he is in that HSM Motorsports, number 41. Danny Banfield once again, and there is the 53. That is going to be Bill Hales. We'll go ahead and put the driver information up there so you can get better acquainted with these drivers. 88, and that's going to be Jonathan Herbert, up 13 spots from where he started. Nice looking ride he has. Freedom Lawn Care. Nice. Keith Prince, rocking the pink. Fairhope, Alabama. I believe that is North Alabama, and I am kind of central East Alabama. I'm over here in Auburn, so I got a neighbor out there, Keith Prince. Nice. And there's Jonathan Herbert once again. You got a 73, and that's going to be Turn 4 Racing. That is going to be Rick LePage. Nice looking ride there. Love the red, black, and white. 54, David Traylor. Another Alabama. All right. Nice. Jesse Wise. I'll let y'all pronounce that. You got the 21 of Lance Thompson. He has got a little bit of front end damage, but that car is still flaming hot. Evan Schilling, he is right there in that number 18. He's got we've seen that paint scheme. Turn 4 Racing. So we know who is teammates and who is not. The Sonics design, I mean, they might be a little mad with that paint scheme scratched up. But it's still a nice looking paint scheme as long as you don't look at the front bumper. And Tyler Beverly, he has got that number 45. Haas Beverly, right there. Big Haas Motorsports. Nick Cashman, Chipotle. Jesse Calloway, he is Liquid Death, Mountain Water. All right, let's go back up towards the front and see who is leading this race, and it is going to be Eric in that number 11 Toyota. He's got a little bit of challenge from Dougie Huggins. He is going to be right there in the second position. Now the car that's right there in front of him, and that is going to be a lap down car. So hopefully you enjoyed going through the field and taking a look at some of these drivers, getting to know their cars a little bit. And it looks like we got somebody that might be going towards the back, and that's going to be Dylan Pass. He is going to be making his way back to the back, maybe trying to save a little bit of fuel. 53 is going to let him in. That's going to be Bill Hales. Bill Hales is actually going to go to the top lane and just bypass him right on by. If he can get around to the 29, he is going to be able to drop down to that low lane, but he doesn't have a lot of help from the cars in front of him. But it looks like the 29 is going to be able to let him in, and he does. Again, that was a courtesy pass. Hey, I let you back up on the track. You let me in. And here comes the 3. 3 is not going to be able to get there. 29 may have backed up just a little bit. The more cars you have to draft with, the more you can save. And we are coming to about 40 laps to go as, when they hit the start-finish line. And looks like that 41, he is going to be scored our leader, and that is going to be Dougie Higgins. Dougie Higgins Jr. up 12 positions with Joe Yakes right there in second. So a lot of good racing is still. We've been green flag racing for quite a while. And there you see the 87-41 are going to be shown 1 and 2. Another car on the bottom side, and that is going to be Nick Cashman. He is going to be 1 lap down. He's going to be the first car 1 lap down. If he can get past the leader, if the caution does come out, he won't even have to worry about getting the lucky dog, because he will already be on the lead lap. But it looks like the 11 wants nothing to do with it. He's backed off of that back bumper, and the 41 is actually going to be probably able to drop down here as they come out of turn number 2 and coming down the backstretch. He has got the 87 pushing with all he can, and we'll see that 87 get sucked up and maybe give him a little bit of a bump here to get him past that 92. But no, they're going to give a little bit of room. So they're making me out to be a liar, and it looks like that 88 machine, he is right there third in line. He is going to be scored in fourth. Eric is going to be scored in third. Got Michael Miller in that 77. He is right there where he started this late race in fifth. Looks like we got some green flag pit stops coming down, and it looks like the 77 is going to dive it on in, and this is very dangerous, diving it in by yourself. He has no help. 12 viewers out there on the stream, I really appreciate y'all stopping by and joining me this evening. Well, we're gonna find David Trailer, and we're gonna go to our driver reviews and see how they are handling this racetrack. Remember, I lost one of the driver reviews, but maybe it came back. We'll check it out and see. Let's go to the cockpit views. Looks like they're all still nice and calm. And once again, with those triple screens, I know I lost one screen. With those triple screens, it does slow down the frame rate per second just a little bit, and I'm very sorry about that. I can't do much about that. Maybe I can figure something out for next race. But drivers are nice and calm. They haven't been involved in any incident since earlier on, and I wish we could have caught the reactions from everything on their webcams, but yeah, you know what, since we don't have a driver screen for him, for Jesse Wise, we're going to go ahead and put him full screen. Here we go. We're going to put him full screen. We're going to widen him out, make him look funny. There we go. That's nice.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we got a caution. Oh my goodness, here we get to see the live reactions of what's going on. Look at Tyler Beverly. He had just made it all through that. So calm, so calm. All right, so we're going to have to go find that action. And once again, our yellow flag is presented by Sonic Graphic Design, proud sponsor of Asphalt Outlaws Racing. All right, well, let's go find out exactly what brought this caution out, because it looked like a big one. And let's go to the replay.
Well, let's go full screen. Here we go. And it looks like it was already happening. It looks like some of our lap down cars were involved. So let's back it up just a little bit, and we'll stop it. We'll back it up a little bit more. It looks like it started with the 88. Well, let's find that 88. There it is, Jonathan Herbert. And let's roll that beautiful race footage. Looks like he was riding in the middle lane. He was going to try to get up with the, looks like the 4, but he was not going to be able to because the 34 was right there, and that just pushed them both up into the wall, and that's what pretty much started it all. You got a couple of cars checking up. They thought it was going to be a big one, and, they let off the gas, and it collected everybody. It looks like the 88 was still a little bit out of control, collected a 92. 92 is going to collect some more damage, and here we go. The 34 is going to give the 88 another hit. 92 is going to be involved. 43 is going to be involved. Watch the 3. Can he make it through there? Oh, he did collect a little bit of damage. 29 going to be locking it down. Wow, that is going to be the evasive maneuver of the night. We got to follow that 29 because look, he barely made it by the 3, and here comes that 45. That 45 did a nice job of keeping it straight, keeping it calm, keeping it collective, cool and collective. All right, so we are under caution once again, and, we'll go back live, and we'll find Mr. Michael Miller. And, this actually helped Michael Miller because he had to pit earlier on. And, let's see who we have in the chats. Jesse Holloway, Michael Wood. Well, there's some people not in Discord. All right, so we'll go ahead and bring up Mr. Tyler Beverly. And we'll go to our driver views. Mr. Beverly, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
Well, we get to watch you on camera while you're doing your interview, man. That wreck that happened right there in front of you. You were able to make it through, but it had to. You were calm, cool, and collective. We were on those driver views, and you were just so calm, just riding through there.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping for the best.
Well, the best is what you got because you didn't collect anybody, and you worked your way right through it. You were involved in a little bit of an incident earlier, but you're still running in the top 15. Man, has that 45 got anything to win this race?
Yeah, I took my teammate out. We should have had a 1-2 at the stage finish, but ended up taking it out and screwed us. But I'm hoping to stay towards the back until the end, and maybe me and my teammates can get up towards the front.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you on the driver views, and man, good luck in the rest of your race. All right, looks like we were about to go get ready and go back green. Sorry that did take a little bit, and we'll go back full screen because we're about to go green flag racing once again. That did take a little bit to find exactly what happened, and it almost seems like these cautions are very short. But Michael Miller was had the biggest advantage from that caution because he had already pit, so he did not have to pit, and we're going to have 35 laps to go when we go back green flag racing, and the pace truck is going to come off, and there is the flag man. He has the green flag. You know what?
Green,
we're going
green.
to throw our green flag too, and our green flag is presented by the winning bid diecast auctions. So glad to have them on board as one of our flags. And we're going to go back to full screen racing. And Michael Miller is going to be right out front with the 98 of Jody Banfield. He is going to be right there on the outside. Got the 87 going to be pushing. That's going to be Joe Yakes. He is going to be pushing that 98, trying to get that forward out front. That's a little bit of Chevrolet power. It looks like the 77 is going to go to the top line. Let's go ahead and switch our camera views and give that 98
a little bit of help, and there it is, a little bit of help indeed, and that's going to keep that 97, that 77 out front, with the 98 pushing with the 87 right there on the top side also, and the 11, our pole sitter, he is going to be sitting right there, or excuse me, not our pole sitter, Eric, he is going to be sitting right there in the 7th position. So a lot of big movers in this race, and you know I can't wait to see what the rest of the race brings. But it looks like Dougie Higgins, he is going to be right there taking over the top spot just for a moment. Michael Miller going to fight right back on the outside, and we're going to go to a camera screen that we can see some action. There it is, and it looks like the 41 is trying to make some moves with the four of Danny Banfield. He's going to be right there trying to make some moves also. It looks like the 98 is going to cut down to the bottom, and he is going to try to overtake and take the lead, and he does. Will he slide up to the top and give the 77 a little bit of draft? Nope, he's going to have the 41 and get right up on his back bumper. There's a little tag. You're it, and he is our leader. So the 98 and 41 are going to be working nose to tail, as the 4 is going to be just hanging back just a little bit, giving a little bit of distance. The 77 has got that 87 all over the back bumper. That's going to be Joe Yakes. He is going to be trying to get that 77 up and moving and back out front, because it looks like that 87 is hungry to lead some laps. Here we go. We're going to have 32 laps when they 31 laps when they cross the line, and it's been a great race so far. Very few cautions, but for super speedway racing, so that is great indeed. Mike Wood, he is going to be right there in that number 43. He's got a couple Toyotas that he is able to work with right there in front and behind him. Jesse Wise is going to be right there in that number 69. He is going to be trying to make some moves. He is got the tail end of the 92's draft. Is that Nick again? Yes, it is. That's Nick Cashman. That's going to be actually 92/7 of Nick Cashman. He throws me off. But speaking of 92, the 92 of Clinton Woodby, he is going to be back here in the 16th spot. He is going to be drafting with Rick LePage. Rick LePage is from Canada. Glad to have him in these races. I still got quite a few people out there on the stream. Appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your Friday evening with us, and watching a very good race. And you know, hopefully you got that good cold one in your hand and ready for the weekend. As these guys have 30 laps to go, and that 98 of Jody Banfield, he is making it happen on that bottom lane with Dougie Higgins right there in second. Take a look from the spotter's cam, and there is the battles. 41 not really looking to make any moves. He looks like he may want to come up to the top lane, but I believe he's just trying to get some air to the grill of that car. You stay behind a car too long, you will definitely overheat. And so he nosed it out just a little bit, got some air to the front end of that car, and now he is going to be pulling right back up to the back bumper. There you see a little bit of wiggling going on from the 87 on that top lane. They are wiggling back and forth. Maybe the aerodynamic, that air is getting that car a little bit loose. If you only take enough fuel to make it to the end, that will make the rear end of these cars a lot lighter, and they will be a little bit more unpredictable in the draft, especially coming around the corners. They will get loose coming out of turn number 4 and some out of turn number 2, going to that transition of flat surface. But once again, Jesse Calloway and Nick Cashman, they are going to be right there fighting for the lucky dog spot. And Calloway is going to be in that number 34. He is going to be right there in front of Nick Cashman, so Nick Cashman has to pass him to get that lucky dog. But as of right now, they are just sitting back riding. We're going to go to our TV3 screen, and there is a close-up view. We'll go through the field to show you where your favorite drivers are, and I don't like that view because it looks through the fence. Well, let's go to Dynamic 2. There we go. Nice side-by-side battle between the 98 and the 77. coming in to turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. It looks like the 87 wanted to dive it down low, but I don't believe he had enough room to actually get there between the 41 and the 98. So it looks like the 77 is going to dive it down low, and yes, he is. It looks like the 87 is ready to lead some laps because here he comes. He's going to take the lead. Yakes to the front, and he's got a 34. He's got a 34 of Callaway. He is going to be right there behind him now with Callaway pushing that 87 all the way to the front. Is the 87 of Yakes going to let the Callaway right on by along with the 92? Now, that could be a good strategy because you're not worried about losing any positions. If you can get those cars by you, you're not losing any positions. But while they are behind you, they are big roadblocks. So if you got a teammate back there, you want them to get, you want your teammate to get up there to you. So I'd try to cycle them right out front and see if they can really hold a line and give them their lap back and save a little bit of fuel if you need to. Trying to look for the best battles on the track, and we're going to go back through the field. Jesse Wise right there. He looks like the 29 of Dylan Pass has got Clinton Woodby. He's going to be fighting on the outside. He's going to be working his way. That's the real 92, and he has got a run on the outside. Look at him pass Jesse Wise all by himself on that outside. Now that they could be running half throttle, they could be running 3/4 throttle, but he was able to make the pass, and watch him cut right in between the 43 and the 69, or excuse me, 88 and 69. And now he's got another run. Okay, so the winning bid, Diecast Auctions, they better be definitely paying this man well because he is making moves out here on the track. He has made a couple of positions all by himself. He's got a run, and then he's able to leapfrog in front of each car. Now let's see what he does with the 43. Is he going to be able to leapfrog in front of that car because he has a little bit of a roadblock, and that's going to be Dougie Higgins right there in front of him. In the 41 on the outside, and you got Mike Woods on the inside. So is he going to be able to jump up there, maybe help the 41 get right on past the 43, or is he just going to ride right where he's at for a little while? Jesse Wise, we talked about him. He's got the 29 right there behind him. That's going to be Dylan Pass. You got Bill Hales. He is going to be down 11 positions, running in 12th. So that 53 has to make up a little bit of ground, and you can see the distance that he is running. So he is probably running about half throttle. Mike Beverly right there in that 45. He's restarted in 12th, and right now he is running in 13th, so not a lot of positions lost there. Mark Beverly is going to be running in 14th. That's right there where he started this race. He's got a little bit of damage to that race car. We'll see if we can get a little bit better view. And yes, there it is. That is the damage to that race car. The left rear is caved in a little bit. He is slowly but surely losing the draft. You got Haas Beverly in that number 22. He is trying to give it all he can. Still get the draft from the 13, but it looks like these cars are just a little bit slower, and this could be their strategy. They have 24 laps to go. They still have a lot of racing left, about to 50 miles. And Rick LePage right there in the line behind Haas Beverly. Trailer in that 54. He has got a bump draft partner, and that is going to be the 18th of Shiloh. Lance Thomas. There he is, the 21. He is going to be way off pace. He is going to be coming into turn number 1, so he may be going a lap down, and Nick Cashman and Jesse Callaway might not be the first car lap down if they do get to the 21. Well, single file racing except for one up here in the top 10, and that is going to be the 7th. So lap down car trying to get his lap back the hard way, and that's really the hard way. He's going to be the only car up there on the top lane. Everybody else has pretty much gotten single file, but he is running the fourth car in line. Now he's running the third car in line, but he's going to be on the top side. He does have a little help coming in, and I believe that's going to be the 41. And yes, it is. That's going to be Dougie Higgins. Now, will Dougie Higgins get behind that number 7 at 7/92 and give him a little bit of push? Will he be able to take over take the 77 on the high side and get his lap back? And it looks like he might. And there, as of right now, if the caution were to come back, he has his lap. Higgins is right there on the back bumper, giving it all he has. 2 cars, they are gonna, and that's exactly what I was talking about right there. They got a lap down car. Higgins can sit right there and be great. If you need to save fuel, save a little bit of fuel. Use this lap car to your advantage. 77 is going to tuck right up underneath the back bumper of the 41. There you see the 88. 88 is making a move on the outside all by himself. He saw what the the 7 was doing, and he's trying to do it too. He was hanging on really good, trying to use a little bit of side draft. Ooh, got really close to that 87 of Joe Yakes. And, and me being a VR, I can actually look and see how close that car is. I don't know if any of these guys run VR, but it is very cool. But you know what? We'll go see what these drivers are seeing. We'll go to our driver views. Let me find, where is he at? Chris Miller out there saying, great race, 77. Yes, he's been running very well. We'll go to our driver views. Let me find trailer and cockpit view. Ooh, a little bit of evasive maneuver going on the track. And here we go, driver views. Now, like I said, I only have 2 driver's views left, but we do have a driver webcam. So we get to see how nice and smooth it looks like he is running the same Fanatec wheel that I'm running. I love that setup. Very smooth on the wheel. Got Tyler Beverly up there with the tri-screens. He is trying to make some moves. It looks like he is making his move around the 9. If we do see another caution, we will try to get our driver cam shares up in the booth and see how they are feeling about this race. Looks like everybody is nice and smooth. Oh, why is this gorgeous? Oh no, I'm gonna tell him. You got some popsicles in the cellar? Well, I'll leave you to that conversation. But as of right now, it looks like Trailer, he is going to be given a little bit of distance. He may be having a little bit of fuel shortage. That's why he is so far back from the car in front of him. But we had some smoke up ahead, and I heard that throttle being feathered there. So we almost had an incident. And you know what? We might want to go back full screen racing, and let's see what is going on the track. Well, looks like he, let me find the 7. Looks like the 7 did not last out front very long, as he has fallen back in this pack, but he still got the 34 right there in front of him. And you got this small pack right here, and that's going to be Tyler Beverly. He is going to be trying to make some moves with the 4 of Banfield. Danny Banfield, that is, and Jody Banfield. So the 98, the 98 is going to be up top. The 4 is going to be up top. The 45 is going to be up top, and they're trying to get around these lap down cars that are in their way. So they got to get they're going to use a little bit of side draft on the 34 to try to make some moves, and it does slow down the 34. And there you see he's pulling up to the 87. He does have that position. Now the racing is definitely going to heat up as we are at 17 laps to go here in the race. 98 is going to pull a little bit of side draft. Oh, excuse me, on the 88. And they are trying to make some moves, but now they got a little bit of help. That's going to be the 11. Eric's going to join the top side, and it looks like the 43. He is also going to join the top side also. Let's see cockpit view on the 77. Yeah, I can do that. Cockpit view on the 77.
Okay. We'll go back to driver views. And let's see, 77 here. Well, I'll just pull it up big screen. If I had his webcam, I'd just go back to driver views. But there is Miller. And could this tonight be Miller time? We'll have to see, as he has Higgins right there in front of him and giving him a nice little bump draft. Higgins has been running pretty good on that top line. Now he's dropped down to the bottom, and he's got Miller right there behind him, about 8 tenths. He's got Herbert right there in the mix also. So it's pretty much going to be nose to tail racing. Very smooth on that wheel too, so that car is handling. He's got his steering set just right. Very, very smooth. And now we see the challenge from the 88 on the outside. And it looks like Banfield is going to be able to nose out in front of that 77. And coming down the backstretch, Banfield does have a little bit of help because he's got Banfield also right there behind him, and they should probably have the 45 of Beverly right there behind him also. So nice little side-by-side racing. You see how close he is getting, and when you're in VR, that car looks like it's right there on top of you. But we'll go back. We're going to go back to the TV one camera and show you. There is that 98 right there. That Hardy. I love Hardee's. I love their breakfast biscuits. Oh, and somebody's going to be out of shape. That is going to be the 88. 88 of Jonathan Herbert. He is going to be way out of shape. Nice save, though. That was a heck of a save. And that is going to be unfortunate because he is going to have nobody back there with him to draft. Let's see if we can stop it right there and find out exactly what happened. Did he hit that apron? And I don't usually just rewind. Usually it'll give me an indicator that somebody went off track, but it did not. It looks like that he may have had a bump from the 87. Ooh. So, yeah, that's going to send him down, and that was a push through the tri-oval, and that sent him down. But what a save that was. That's going to be the save of the night. Not a problem there, Chris. That's going to be the save of the night, but it's going to be the unfortunate event of the night because now he is going to be way back in the 18th position. He is going to be the last car on the lead lap. And he has been running very well all night. And wow, what a move that was. Let's go back and see who that was. Looks like it was going to be... There is the 22. Right there behind the 22 is going to be the 92. And right there in front of the 92, that's the 21. So the 21 is not on the lead lap. And Lance Thompson made a very evasive maneuver to get down on that low lane. But the battle is going to be up here. Everybody is pretty much still hanging back with 12 laps to go as they cross over the start-finish line. We still got plenty of racing left to go, and then they will have 2 green and white checkers if they need them. But as far as I see, the talent out here has been, and the respect for racing has been so great. Everybody's been given so many people any room. Now we might see that 4 wide and a little bit of hiccup or whatnot, but I don't believe we'll lead those 2 green and white checkers as the 98 is going to look down to the bottom side. He is going to leave Danny Banfield to fight for himself. He's got a 45 of Tyler Beverly right there on the top side. This is a three-car train on the top. Now the 98 is going to go back up to the top side and give the 4 a little bit. He's trying to control both the lanes, but the 41 has too much of a run. Can he keep that 41 at bay? That's going to be Dougie Higgins, and it looks like the 4 has been able to push the 98 all the way out so he can control both lanes. 11 laps to go here at Daytona Super Speedway, and it has been a good one. About 4 cautions in total for the night. And all has been great racing. But while we got one more chance at it, if we do not go under, if we do not see a caution, let's crank it up one more time.
Oh my goodness, and we were riding on board, and the 88 got into the wall, and that is going to be Jonathan Herbert. I don't know exactly what happened to him. It looks like his car just shot to the right, and he is going to have to bring that car down for repairs, no matter if he wanted to or not. Got 8 laps to go. Tyler Beverly is going to be scored the leader as of right now. He is coming out of the pits, and with the distance that he has, he's going to be sitting ducks. Got N. Hannah's out there saying, let's go 43. He's been running very, very well, and that is going to be Mike Wood. So the 45 is going to have the 98 coming up very quick. That's going to be Jody Banfield, Kenny, and he is going to dive it right in. He's going to have a little bit of draft. He's going to dive it in and bring it right back out. Now he is going to cut back down to the bottom line right there in front of Billy Hales. Now Jody Banfield is going to be trying to track down Beverly as he... Why is it still showing him in the pits? He's not in the pits. Well... Trying to reload that one more time, and maybe it'll give me a time this time. No, negative. But anyway, that 45 with 7 laps to go, he is going to be leading this race, and he is going to have Banfield all over the back bumper, and that is a good thing because now he has a little bit of help. That is 2 Ford Mustangs out here leading the race. You got a little bit of shuffling going back and forth, and here comes the 53. 53 is going to be looking to the outside. He's going to have Mark Beverly right there behind him, trying to help that 53 on the outside line. Here comes the 41. He is going to be looking to the outside also. They're going to try to overtake these Fords on the bottom side with a bunch of Chevy power. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 on the top of Chevys and 2 Fords on the bottom with a Toyota in the mix. And that is going to be Eric in that number 11. And a lot of shuffling back and forth as the 45 is now going to be able to be at the front, and now it's going to be Hales. They are pushing back and forth with only about 6 laps to go. We got somebody dropping back, and I don't know exactly who that is. The 92, the real 92, fell back just a little bit. I don't know exactly what happened to him. You got the 29 is going to be in a little second pack, and there's going to be Dylan Haas. You see he is way back here by himself. He's got an 88 right there behind him, but that is going to be a lap down car, so he's not going to be able to really catch anybody. Michael Miller, he is going to be back to 12th with the 18 Schilling right there behind him, trying to give him a little bit of draft help. Back up front is going to be side by side as far as the eye can see, and that's all the way back to, that's going to be all the way back to the 87. 87 looking to get a good run when it is time to really put the pedal to the metal. And there you see the 34. 34 is not going to be on the lead lap. That is going to be Jesse Callaway. Callaway is a lap down car. He is scored right now in the 20th position. But if he was a lead lap car, he would be doing very well. Now, could the 87 really use the 34's help to get himself out front? It's just a matter of time before maybe we see a couple of these cars take it really 3 wide. Here at the finish. But as of right now, that 45 Tyler Beverly, he is going to be out front leading the race. He had an incident earlier on. He actually cut his teammate off. Thought he had some room and wasn't able to get there, and he spun that car and got a little bit of damage. He wasn't able to get it repaired, and now look at him. He is battling for the lead with Bill Hale on the outside. And where is the 11? The 13 is Mark Beverly. He's going to be showing in the 4th position. So nice little battle up front. Both Fords on the bottom got tucked up underneath each other, and they are working their way out front. And it looks like they can pretty much control both the lines from where they are right now. The 98 and 45 are nose to tail, coming to 3 laps to go. Will we see it go green flag racing the whole time? I don't know, can't promise you, but I know it's going to be a good one as they are coming to turn number 1 with 3 laps to go. They are still about, I'd say about 9 deep. Got a couple, like I said, we got a couple of lap down cars in the mix, and you see a couple lap down cars right there in front of them. That's going to be the 54. 54 is going to be a trailer. So trailer going to go be the second car 1 lap down as Jesse Callaway
did pass him. He's at the tail end of this lead pack. As of right now, coming down to 2 to go, Tyler Beverly is in command of this, and here comes that 22. He is going to look to the outside. He is going to challenge. Haas Beverly is going to challenge Tyler Beverly on the outside. He's got the help from Bill Hales, and is he going to be able to do it? Right as of right now, he did have the lead for just about a second, but can he get right back out to the front as the low line is a little bit formed up a little bit better? You got the 3 back there in the mix. The 3 is not going to be on the lead lap. You got a couple of lap down cars that are really making a difference here for some of these lead lap drivers. The 41 is tucked up. The 13 is tucked up. The 53 is tucked up. These 2 Ford Mustangs need a little bit more help, and that's Kenneth Prince is probably going to be somebody else's teammate saying, hey, slow him down. Don't tuck up. But here they go to the start-finish line, and this is going to be for all the marbles. White flag is out, and our white flag is presented by Limelight Photography. Limelight is a proud sponsor of Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Well, right back to the action as we still see that 22 with a little bit of rear damage. He is out here leading the race here later on in the race, and we have our first 4 wide, and that is going to be the 4, and then or 3 wide, excuse me. That is a lap down car. That is Danny Banfield. And it looks like that slowed the top line down just a little bit because it looks like Tyler Beverly was able to take the lead going into turn number 3. Looks like that 98 is going to be really tucked up now. He is going to be trying to kill the run. Here comes the 98 to the inside, and we are going to see, wow, what a finish. Who is going to win that? And I believe it's going to be the 22 of Haas Beverly, and we're going to have to really go back and analyze that because looks like the 98 ran out of track and spun the 45. So let's go back and take a look at that, as that was a great finish. Let's see, we're going to stop it in just a few moments. There you see the 98 looking to the inside. The 45 does give him a little bit of room. 98 keeps it on the yellow line. They are going to be 3 wide. And it looks like the 98 or the 45 does come down just a little bit, gets himself into the right front of that 98, pushes them both down. And look at the push that Haas has from Billy Hales. Billy Hales is going to give that car all he has, and he's going to finish sideways. And we're going to back that up just a little bit so you can see how Haas Beverly finished that. We're going to go frame by frame. And wow, what a finish. And here comes that 3. I knew that 3 was just back there buying his time. He didn't want to really push anybody. He stayed out of it. And there is the finish right there. And there is the chaos behind him. This is for the 3rd place finish because you had Haas and Bill finishing first and second. And here comes... Sorry about that. And here comes, damn it, not what I wanted to do. Let's go back there. And here comes the 13. Look how close that was. You had the 69 of Jesse Wise right there. Just barely. And I couldn't even call the distance to that. A lug nut. But nice win for Haas Beverly. That is going to be the first. That is going to be the him winning the first race is definitely a monkey off your back because you want to do the best job you can. And there he is sitting on track at the start finish line. All right, well, just give us a moment, and we will bring up our race winners, our top 3. And our biggest mover is going to be Tyler Beverly. So we're going to bring him up and talk to him first. And I know he did not. I know he didn't qualify. Super speedways are, the easiest to make up a lot of positions, especially if you didn't qualify and you stayed out of trouble. But he is the biggest mover, so we will talk to him in just a minute. But at first, we're going to talk to Mr. Mark Beverly. Mr. Mark Beverly, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you were in a whole bunch of chaos at the start finish line, and it looked like you won by, I don't know, a lug nut. It was a very close finish. You definitely have to go back and look at that. But man, what a great race. A lot of green flag racing. You had a couple cautions out, but man, that 13 was a rocket ship, and you were able to bring home a third place finish. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I had a little bit of nose damage, so I couldn't really get out by myself there, and I just had to push. So I just kind of hung in behind my teammates there and tried to help them out. And then there was a little bit of calamity there coming to the line. Somehow I snuck out in third. So I mean, I guess I'll take it for the first race.
Yeah, like I said, you and the 69 were pretty much side by side, and you just barely crossed the line in front of him. It was a very, very, very close finish. But man, Sonic is. Sonic definitely has to be happy with having you drive their car. You know, I can't be happier being here. You know, that was one of the cleanest Daytona races, that I've broadcast, and I've seen a lot of Daytona racing.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, usually you don't know how those first ones are going to go, and especially we got some new guys this season that you don't know how they race, but overall I'm pretty pleased with it, and definitely shout out to Nate for painting me up a nice looking hot rod there, and glad to bring it home P3.
Absolutely, well, yes, indeed, it was a nice looking hot rod. So man, with those podium finishes, man, you can have all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready, my friend.
Yeah, first I want to shout out to you for helping us out and making us look better than we are. Everybody out there watching, shout out to our sponsors: Sonic Graphic Design, Winning Bid Diecast, Limelight Photography. They definitely help us out a lot, and very thankful for that. So go check all of them out. And yeah, looking forward to a great season. So.
Absolutely, as I am looking to broadcast a great season. But looking at your schedule here, you are headed to Texas Motor Speedway for 115 laps and one stage break at lap 40. Are you ready to take that Xfinity car to Texas?
I'm certainly gonna try. It's probably gonna be slick if I were to imagine, and we'll see how it goes there. See how many people are gonna finish without any cautions, huh?
Well, we shall see. As Texas is actually a very good track, but like you said, it can't be slick. But man, congratulations on that third place finish tonight, and can't wait to see what y'all can do at Texas Motor Speedway.
Absolutely, thanks. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, next is going to be Mr. Bill Hales. Mr. Bill Hales, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Richard, how you doing now, buddy?
I am doing all right. It looks like you're doing pretty darn good yourself. You had quite a race there here at Daytona. You put in 90 laps. You were able to put that car in second place with a nice little shove to the 22. You got him sideways, but couldn't get around him, but you still finished in a good spot.
Yeah, it was a good race. We got pole, and then we were coming to the segment, and we got a little tied up with my teammate there, but we were able to fight back and finish second. But yeah, we can't. We knew the green flag stop was going to break the field up a little bit, which is exactly what it did. And then we were lucky we had three teammates all together there on the outside, and Mark had a little bit of damage. He couldn't get into my bumper when I was leading the outside line. So as soon as Hoss jumped up in front of me, I was able to push him. And yeah, those last two laps, man, when you go 40 plus laps on those tires, you're so loose coming to the trial. Well, I wasn't trying to turn Hoss. I was just up on his butt. I mean, he wiggled just a little bit, and that's all it takes,
Absolutely. Well, on that last lap, y'all had a little three wide action with a lap down car, and it almost looked like it was going to get a little hairy, but y'all held it. I was expecting a little bit three wide action, a little more than what we had, but man, that was such a great race, man. A lot of great talent, here at Super Speedways. A lot of times you see the big one quite a few times, but only about 4 cautions here tonight, and so great job on that for one.
Oh yeah, it was a good night. We got a bunch of good guys in here, man. A bunch of us have raced together for about 3 years, so we have a good time. And we race each other hard, but we don't try to wreck each other. But yeah, it was a good points night. That's all that really matters. So we move on to Texas now.
Absolutely. Well, how are you feeling about Texas Motor Speedway? Talking to Mark, these cars can get pretty loose at Texas. How are you feeling going into Texas?
Yeah, I like Texas. These cars are a handful. They're much harder to me to drive than the trucks in the next gen because they're so much looser after you drive them a little bit. But I'm looking forward to Texas, and I'm also looking forward to Sonoma. I like road course racing, so looking forward to the next two races.
Absolutely. Me also. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you. And with those podium finishes, man, you can have all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready.
Yeah, man, and shout out to the league, Asphalt Outlaws, and everything that Mark and Halls and Tyler do for the league. It's a great league, and everything. Your streams are awesome. And shout out to the wife. She sponsors the car. She lets me race on a Saturday night. So that's pretty much it, man. Looking forward to the season, sir.
Is today Saturday? No, today's Friday.
Yep, today's Saturday.
No, today's Friday.
Friday. There you go.
Man, you had me a day ahead. I'm like, uh-oh.
I've had a long week, man, with work. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Well,
all right, buddy.
Well, congratulations on that second place finish here tonight, and we can't wait to see what y'all can do at Texas Motor Speedway. Well, you have a good night, my friend, and I'll talk to you next time.
You too, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. All right, now is time for the grand finale. That is going to be Mr. Haas Beverly. He was the winner here tonight at Daytona Super Speedway. Usually I do have the interview box up, but for some reason, actually I know why. It was my mistake. But I will get it fixed before next race. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up our winner, and that is going to be Haas Beverly. Mr. Haas Beverly, this is Richard up in the booth. Yeah, got a copy, my friend.
Hey, Richard. Richard, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing all right. Well, Haas Beverly, the number one Beverly, well, that actually turned out to be true here at Daytona Super Speedway. You put that 22 car right in the position it needed to be. You got a bump from your teammate there, sent you sideways, but you were still able to bring home the win. How are you feeling tonight?
Dude, it's been a long time coming for me, man. I'm ecstatic. Epic finish too. Great finish. I mean, 90 degrees across the finish line. I don't think that's ever happened in my book. So,
well, we definitely got a good shot at the finish. So you can definitely go through and take a clip of that. But man, y'all did a very great job here at Daytona Super Speedway, and a lot of pack racing. A couple big ones here and there. Your car got a little bit of damage, but no harm, no foul. That car was still had some speed in it, and to bring home the win without, I don't even know if you used your fast repair, did you?
Yeah, I had to use my fast repair on that first melee for sure. Got the meatball,
Oh, got the meatball. Yeah, you definitely had to use it. But either way,
that's why I kind of ran around the back trying to protect myself a little bit. You know what I mean? Till the end.
Absolutely. Well, you had a few lap down cars in the mix at one time, and then it got to the final run, and it was all pedal to the metal, hard race. And you and the 45 had a nice little last lap battle before he pretty much spun by the 98. But great job here.
Yep, thanks, man. Couldn't be happier, man, to win our opening race. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, you got Texas Motor Speedway coming up next week. That is definitely a different ball game. Does Big Hoss Motorsports, have what it takes to carry that momentum to win Texas Motor Speedway?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty good at I usually throw my eggs in the super speedways. Texas is I'm okay, but I'm not top tier, you know what I mean? So I'm happy to get my win and move on.
Nah, you can't make it a one and done. You got to try.
Oh no, I'm not saying I ain't gonna try. I'm glad I got it in. That's all.
Absolutely. Well, that definitely takes the monkey off the back. But great job here tonight. Well, what comes with those podium finishes, man. You earned all the shout outs that you would like to give.
All right, thanks, man. Yep, I'd like to thank all our sponsors, Winning Big, Diecast Auctions, Sonic Graphic Design, Limelight, Butt Kicker. I'd like to thank all these guys that help us out with the admins. Cody does a great job. Uh, couldn't We'd be lost without him, and my son Mark, who puts all the time, and all my teammates tonight. We ran well together. We worked well, and you'll see us probably the rest of the year running together usually.
Well, that
And you, of course. This is your first one. I hope I haven't watched it, but a couple guys in our chat were watching it and they like it. So thank you and appreciate you, and gonna be good.
absolutely looking forward to the rest of the season. Also, well, that concludes my interview. Unless you have anything else, I'll let you go celebrate with the rest. And because it looks like the big boys holler, or the bad boys holler, has a lot of folks in there, so they're ready for.
Yeah, we have some fun in there after the race. Everybody kind of talks about what happens. That's one of the things about our league is we like to try to have an open book and work out everything after the race. So we have a good time in there.
Well, I'll definitely come and join you after I shut this bad boy down. But I appreciate you coming up here and talking with me, and I look forward to Texas next week.
Yes, sir. We hope to see you.
Yes,
Bye.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that was our top three. And it looks like biggest mover, actually, don't know where exactly he's at. All right. Well, we will take a look at everything, and let's see if it's going to pull up for me. And no, it's not. Don't know why. SDK is being a little bit funny today, but we're going to go through the rundown and show and tell you where everybody finished. You got Haas Beverly, he finished in first. You got Bill Hales, he finished in second. You got Mark Beverly finishing in a third. You got Jesse Wise, he is going to finish in fourth. You got Tyler Beverly, he is going to be finishing in fifth. You got Dougie Higgins, he is going to be finishing in sixth. Joe Yakes, he is going to be finishing in seventh. Jody Banfield is going to finish in eighth. Eric in that number 11 Toyota, he is going to be finishing in ninth. And I will get correct pronunciation for his name. I think it's Hegdahl. I think. I will find out for you. But continuing on, it's going to be Michael Miller topping out your top 10. Clint Woodby is going to be 11th. Evan Scheiling is going to be 12th. Nicholas Lawrence, 13th. 14th is going to be Dylan Pass. Michael Wood is going to be 15th. Rick LePage is going to finish in 16th. 17th is going to be Keith Prince. 18th is going to be Jesse Calloway. Danny Banfield is going to be 19th. And 20th is going to be David Trailer. Taylor Puckett is going to finish in 21st. Lance Thompson is going to finish 22nd. 23rd is going to be Jonathan Herbert. 24th is going to be Nick Cashman. 25th is going to be Mr. Will Rainhall. I get the correct one on that. And Cody is going to be Tierlin is going to be in race control. That's going to top. That's going to finish out our night this evening at the Daytona Super Speedway with the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. We had a wonderful time. We appreciate everybody stopping in the chat and viewing the race. It was a great one. Only about 4 to 5 cautions. It was definitely hard to keep count because we had so much green flag racing. You forgot how many cautions you had. But it was very fun. Can't wait to see what these guys can do at Texas Motor Speedway. And like I said, they'll have about 115 laps there with a stage break at lap 40, and it's going to be the night track. So these cars are going to be very unpredictable. We'll see if we can get a two-time winner see if Haas Beverly can be a two-time winner next week, or see who else is going to win. But that's going to be it for this evening. I'm glad y'all stopped by. Hopefully y'all will enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully you have it off. I'll be at work. But we will catch y'all next time. Y'all take care. God bless.